How are you doing today? Today is going to be talking about what's going on with the new April energies. But first of all, I wanted to show y'all all the stuff that I'm doing with Divine Flame soaps. These will be up. This is the man soap. If you're not following me on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, all of those, I am on there as Divine Flame Soaps. This is my new man soap. It's called Green Irish Tea. Smells heavenly. Then we have a little bar of strawberry cream. And I try to layer it with the red. Y'all see that? How it's kind of like an ombre. Okay. Then we have honeysuckle. This is watermelon. It's got some little seeds in it. Try to make it a different color, like a lighter, but it didn't come out that way. It smells like the Jolly Rancher watermelon. Then we have coconut. Who doesn't like the beach? Then we have pink grapefruit. And we have rainbow sherbet with the little unicorn soaps. And then I'm doing honeysuckle bath bombs. Sorry, y'all. It's kind of like... These are just some honeysuckle. This is a Sex Bomb by Lush. They said it's their #1 fragrance, so I got it. And I'll be making some bath bombs, lotions, sugar scrubs for any of y'all. These will be available in my store here real soon. Those are the soaps I've made. Yeah, some are smaller than others, so. But it's still, does great. What we're doing, and another thing is I found this book, y'all. And he does, it's by Daniel Scranton. He, channels, okay, he channels from channels messages from the 5th dimension or whatever. These are channel messages from, Archangel Gabriel. You can order his book on on Amazon. And he's also has his own thing. Every day he does a message. It's very interesting and very good. The 5th dimension. The shift to the 5th dimension. Very good book. And you could read this every day. Like your daily vibe. See right here? This is a channel message. His name is Daniel Scranton. And he does messages every day. He does, but I don't listen to it. I just read it. So the next month of April, what is going on? We got a new moon coming up. We have so much stuff coming in. Okay? Just so much. And right now, a lot of people, the collective and people-wise, they're all going through the dark night of the soul. Some will have to hit rock bottom. Some will not understand. Because we've already went through that, we know that it's to a different thing. But our job is to just be the light. Just be. It's basically just to be we don't have to go around and push what we believe in on other people. We just plant the seeds. Like the religion people. Oh, you're going to go to hell if you don't do this and you don't. I already believe when they go through the dark night of the soul, they will realize that they are in their own hell. And they can shift that. And that's where we come in. We wanted to know, what is our journey? Why did we sign up for the divine love? Because in the 5th dimension, we needed that unconditional love to be our baseline for what we are. We had to clear it up. 3D right now is karma return. That's what you're getting. Karma. Okay, when you step into 4D, you're going to start clearing out that karma. You're going to start clearing it out right now. Then that's where all the stuff is coming up to the root. It all comes up. Now you're finding your baseline. You're allowing your soul to guide you. You're allowing your intuition to be your part. You've cleared, you've done so much on this journey that you have a baseline of unconditional love, peace. And that's what you allow into your world. That chaos that's going on in the world, in the, because right now we're multi-dimensional beings, you know. So we see that 3D is just not where we want to go, into that murkiness anymore. So we switch, when we surrendered, we switched to 4D. So at 4D, can you live like 5D all the time? Everyone thinks that 5D is just all about, oh, goo, 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 ga, 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 peace, love, la, la. And that's what it is. But you have to get to that foundation within your own universe, in each person. But now we're asked to dive deeper and build it. And build that 5D up. And build it. And you know, you can sometimes, you learn to live by yourself. You learn to love yourself. You've learned to do so much, but now we're being asked to move, and if that doesn't work, we're going to be shifting to another direction, another area of life, another place. It does not matter. You go where you go, you know. That's why that's why spirit and all that does not want you to manifest into the 3D anymore, into the survivor mode. You know what I'm saying? You're living life, you're trusting life, and I'm not going to say it's not going to come up like, do I trust that? Then that's just something you have to work on within yourself. Do I love this? You found your boundaries, you found who you are, you found, and it doesn't end. This is all I'm saying. This, as you go deeper, as you learn to live life, as you put it into focus, you start getting, you start feeling the joy. But with all the stuff that's going on, it's hard. But if you've been on the journey for a while, you've accepted the realities, you've accepted. But I wanted to read y'all something that I found. Well, it popped over. I guess Spirit wanted me to read this to you today. Everything is service to you. This is a message from Kuan Yin. How many times have you wondered about the origins of a situation? How much of your time do you spend dissecting it in order to understand it better? How much easier would it be if you just accepted the perfection of whatever was before you? It would make your lives much easier, much more enjoyable, and you would have more energy to put towards making the most of whatever circumstances you find yourself in. It's not nearly as important how something came to be as it is what will you do with it now that it is in your experience. What if you simply transformed the way you were looking at the situation, saw it as a gift? It is entirely up to you. You can choose to define something as a problem, or you can see it as an opportunity. You can look for ways to control the situation or manipulate the outcome, or you can find ways to allow it to be and shift your experience of it. Now that may be asking a lot of you at first. When you first experience something that is unwanted, there is an initial reaction and perhaps even shock. But then you have the opportunity to gather yourself and to grow from this experience. You have the ability to find yourself in relationship too. You have the ability to find yourselves in relationship to it, to know how powerful you are because of it, and to give it absolutely no power over you. You have the ability to transform any situation you're in, but it also best to begin by looking within yourself, by allowing yourselves to be triggered at first, and then let it go, to surrender to it. Know that you will never put something in front of you unless it serves you in some way. The service that it provides is always to give you further insight into who you are and to give you the opportunity to choose who you want to be. I am Kuan Yin, and I hold you in my heart. Now, this is like, it came, this book, I haven't even opened it since I got it, and I got this book like a couple weeks ago. And then this opened today, and I thought I would come on here and share because I haven't been on here in a while. So, my throat's been hurting and I feel sick, so I'm having to come on here and do the energy and release it. Because I always want to come talk to y'all, but it's just been so hard. But I guess it's not that hard when I love y'all. I should do better. I'm sorry. I should do better. But what we're going to do is what I've been asking and what I've been dealing with is I released my divine masculine. I changed my number. I've done a lot of things last month. I just let go completely. It's like I don't even care anymore. You know, if this is my journey, then so be it. Whatever. Just, you know. But and then he appears in my dreams. It's like, really? Or, you know, I think I've stepped to a different new level of synchronicities. The name. His name and my name together. How is that even possible? Our last names together on somebody. I can see that, but our first name, last name, then I see his name. Then he invades my dreams. The couple of weeks ago, he invaded my dream and he was exhausted. He was tired. He came to me with arrows in his back. Y'all know, I'm sure if you're on Facebook, you see that little picture where he's like protecting the puppy with arrows in the front, and then he protects them. Then he's like hovering over. It's like a wolf, and he's sitting over there with the arrows in the back. Well, that's how it came to me. The vision came to me in the dream on the divine masculines is that they're tired, but they're also standing there, like they're standing there waiting. It's like they're stuck in fear, like on a landmine. If they move, will it explode? Is it even a landmine? What is holding them down? But we are, the divine feminine is just like, you had to completely let go, right? Well, in the dream, it was like, I just went over to him and it seemed like everything just disappeared. It's like he finally stepped off the mind. He finally stepped into his being and he was tired and exhausted. And so I had nothing but love and compassion for the man, right? And I just went over to him and I just started pouring my love and light into him and then pulling the arrows out. What else could I do? It seemed like as soon as I seen him, he just fell and curled up in a ball. And he just was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hurt you. I hurt me. I hurt us all. And then that went, and then I said, okay, I guess I need to let go. And I sent him a message telling him that, and of course, you know, he just ignores me, which is fine, because I'm just, like, so tired of the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? So that was last month. So I sent him a Facebook message on the 15th, and I said, you know, I can only be unconditional. I copied it off of somebody because it said everything I wanted to say, and it was written way better. So I'll leave a copy if you want it on the comment section if you wanted to read it. I don't remember who wrote it. I just copied it and I sent it to him. But it was beautiful. I wish I could give her credit, but I don't remember her name. So what the hell? Who knows what is it, Bella? So besides all that, we did that. And then last night, I was thinking, what's next? Because I'm thinking about going back on the road again. But I really enjoy making my soaps. It doesn't sell a lot at this time, but it takes a minute. They're good quality soaps, so I know I make good products. But a lot of people need to get to them, right? So, And I finally made a bath bomb that finally stayed. Look, this honeysuckle. The other one is sex bombs. They weigh like 4 or 5 ounces. They weigh as much as my soaps do. And they last so long. I was so excited. And they make your bathroom smell so good. Even after you've drained the water, the scent still lingers. So that was nice, you know. And so I have a lot of stuff to do this month. And I'm still working out, but I was going to go today, but I'm just don't feel very good. My throat is hurting. I had to wear Dream again last night. Had to wear Dream. And I'm just so sick of my divine masculine being in my dreams. But this time we were with his family for some reason. And I don't know his family. I just know, like, who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like his kids. Well, they invited me to come to a party, which I don't know why, but, you know, dreams are dreams. And his karmic wasn't there, that's unusual because she's always in the back of my dreams. Like, I'd have to explain it to you, but I could always see her in the back, in the shadow part, right? In the shadow part of the dream. I don't know if that makes sense. But last night, he showed up with a young lady. And everybody's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it is what it is. And to me, it felt like it was still a block. I didn't get mad. It's like, you know, what next? So I woke up this morning going, you know, we are all on this journey. I've been on it 5 years this year when he left. 6 years. And I've had to go through a lot, and I've been through a lot, and I've had to face a lot. But the reality is we're not together. That's where I'm at in life. So last month, I started looking into tiny homes, and I'm thinking about going back over the road again for this little company. And then I'll come in and make some soaps and see what happens during that time. And keep making a few soaps, and, you know, because I make so much that I'm running out of soap. So I'm running out of space. So I'm thinking of moving into a tiny home. But I need to go make the money to buy one. And stuff like that. And I probably won't be going back over the road again till the end of the month. Because after Easter, I go to a play with my mom. And I think that'll be when I'm ready to go back on the road again. So that is that. Because my niece needs a place to live. You know, just a bunch of chaos, drama, whatever. So today's reading is what I'm going to ask is what's next what is next in our journey. Right now the world is saying the collective is waking up. The people don't know. They're going to go through the dark night of soul, as what we call it on this journey, the dark night of the soul. It's basically light is being shined on darkness. Light is being the energy of moving the way of life. You know, we're moving toward where we have life, where we love life, where we're moving toward life, where we're creating life and stuff. But this time around, we don't have to do anything but be our loving selves. Do we have bad days? Yes. And it's okay, but we can recognize our bad days now. There is no right or wrong, but we all got to go through it. Nobody gets a free pass. You know, we just happen to go through it first. That's also, we can be the guides and help others that are in the dark space. And you don't have to hit rock bottom to start loving yourself. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to beat yourself up. That is all ego. So when you're in the 3D, you live in the ego state mind, whatever. When you surrender and you move into 4D, you're releasing the karma. You're releasing and releasing and releasing and releasing. Then you get to 5D, and then you have boundaries. You have a foundation. You move on. Then you keep moving up. You don't just stop at 5D. You got 6D, all the way up to 12D. You know, You start changing the way you believe. You believe, I don't want to work in an office anymore. I want to make bouquet flowers for headdresses or whatever. For me, it's soap and stuff, all natural, all bringing in stuff that doesn't require, and then time becomes irrelevant. When you're enjoying life, time passes you by. So without further ado, let's get to the reading of what is next. What is next on this journey, on this on this twin flame journey that we have to go through? Let's pull out a card. Oh, let's say a prayer first. Okay. Dear universe, dear spirit, dear guides, dear higher self, please come down. May the grace of understanding and awareness open up my mind and heart to receive soul insights and enlightened knowledge. I ask that only the highest of intentions and energy be present in this experience. Please help me release my ego fears so that I can clearly see, feel, hear, and understand the lessons my soul needs to be shown at this time. The question for the day is, what's next on this twin flame journey? What is next for us as a collective, for us as a whole? We're already at 21:28. I need to write that down. So, let me write that down real quick so we all know. Okay, 21:42. 21:42 for the reading. Somewhere around there. Sorry, y'all. I just don't want y'all to sit here. Okay, let's go ahead and call up the Divine Feminine Goddess. What goddess should we be working on today? What goddess should we go for on this Divine Flame? For the Divine Feminine Spirit, what energy, what spirit should we call upon in our time of need for the collective that watches this? For the Divine Feminine. For the Divine Feminine, if you want to watch this, see what's going on. Okay, those are kind of stuck together. I did shuffle them up before I came here. So, spirit, spirit, spirit. Okay. 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 I think we had that last time too. Okay, we're going to call upon the Divine Masculines, energy, the gods, and titans. Spirit, what about the Divine Masculine? What is he needing today? What could help him today on his journey? Or help the Twin Flame, Divine Masculine, on the Twin Flame journey, please? Abundance. Ooh, the green man. Who doesn't like him? Okay, we're going to go ahead and put these right here. That's the Divine Masculine. This is the Divine Feminine. We're going to go ahead and pull out. We're going to go ahead and call upon our spirits. We're going to say divine. We're going to ask what's going on right now to what's next. And we'll get to that at the bottom of the reading. Going to go with the overall Divine Feminine energy. Okay, we'll just leave them there, right there. Just use all them. Just because they all popping out. Oh, shit. God dang it. Y'all Divine Feminine. What the heck? Okay, that goes over there. Okay, we're just going to start this over. Because obviously, y'all have a lot of feminine energy coming through right now. So we're just going to take a deep breath. Spirit, what's next for the Divine Feminine? Where is she at right now? Head space, heart space, soul. And we want to know what's next for us. For the ones who are on this journey, what is next for us, Spirit? Okay. Okay. Mind, heart, spirit. What's next? Ask the question, what's next? We'll get to that. Okay, what's the overall energy? Okay, the Divine Masculine. 4 cards, please. His headspace. Heart space for the Divine Masculine. And, okay, that one too. And then we're going to go ahead. What's next for his part of his journey? What's next? What's next for the Divine Masculine? Their turn, come on. What's next for the Divine Masculine? Nothing. See? Nothing's next. What's next for the Divine Masculine? Where's he at on the what's next on the Divine Masculine? Okay. Alright, we got that. Okay, under protection. Okay, we're going to use these cards to get us some answers. Okay, moving on. Headspace. 8 of Mirrors. A lot of the Divine Feminines are moving on. We've moved on. We've surrendered. Now we're getting messages of love. The Messenger of Love. And then, of course, this is one of my favorite pictures. And then we have the... Golly, we got a lot of reflection. And then the Ace is the Messenger. We clear it out. And the what is next? Seriously? Building a foundation. I'm not lying, y'all. 4 of Flames. That's what's next. Okay? So, what I'm getting is, wow, it's pretty much everything I've pretty much said today. Thank you, Spirit. So what's going on with the Divine Feminine? We're going to go ahead and, yeah, that's what we're going to do. They're coming in. Ooh-wee. Okay. Headspace. What's the messages? You've got to be shitting me. I can't make this shit up, I swear. Okay. Okay, what's next? We're going to get the answer to the question, what's next? Right now, what is going on with some of you ladies is, okay, the overall, just like that. Okay, what's going on is moving on, separation. We know we're in separation, but I believe that what's going on is we're moving away from the separation. We're not allowing the separation to hold us hostage. Like, the pain, the brokenness, what I'm getting is the brokenheartedness that this twin flame journey has caused a lot of Divine Feminine. We've moved on from this brokenness, right? Bella, what are you barking at? Leave them cats alone. So what I'm seeing is the messages, signs and synchronicities. We discussed that. The signs and synchronicities are like, they're like powerful. But what they're saying now is when you start seeing them, you need to integrate that into you, not ask people, well, what is it? You've got to be able to search it for yourself. You've got to find the answer for yourself. Because what other answers... That's why it's so important to go within, to go find the answer within. What does it mean to you? What 333 means to me may not mean the same thing, but it doesn't mean that it's wrong. 888. We have the base foundation for those numbers, but they're saying right now, when you start seeing the signs and synchronicities, you have to see what it means to you. What is it mean to you? Okay, 555. That's usually when I see 555. I'm looking for abundance. Like when we go through 1111, that's synchronicity for I am. Okay? That's the twin flame, because we all come together to make a one. That ends up being one. That's my scenario of it. Now, it may be different for you. 222 means that we are stepping in. Each one is a step that we step into till we get to a 10, till we build we come circle of that emotion, of that calling, of that or whatever, just like they are on here. But what I'm seeing is this is the beginning of new beginnings of signs and synchronicities of love. You're starting off again with the one, basically, and you're going to move into those steps. We've moved on. The divine feminine in her head has accepted the separation and is moving on from the brokenheartedness. She stepped into a different power. She stepped into understanding that it is just what it is. But with that, you're getting signs and synchronicities. Like, what's next? You see them. You're being bombarded. Last month was horrendous with signs and synchronicities. Every time you turn around, 222, 1111, 1212, 555, blah blah blah. For me, the signs are everywhere. You see hearts, or you see this, or you see that. So all of that is the foundation, which is what is next. Is you're building a foundation of love. And it's just crazy. It's just, I can't make this shit up. But this is a pretty card. So so what are we saying? Right here is about love. The signs and synchronicity, everything points to love. Every time we see a number, every time we see a name, every time we find the inner strength. We find that strength to focus more on the love. And there's a mask. But what I'm seeing as the mask is some of you may still be hiding behind love, may have still some pain that they still have to release. There's so much going on right now that sometimes, like, you go inside and you hide that from yourself. But I'm thinking that it's on an outer. God, I'm thinking Libra. The Libras, they are good on the outside. They're all of this, but on the inside, they're all tore up. Because that's what Libras are known for. Trust me, I'm a Libra, Aries. But forget it. But what I'm seeing is about love. When you start seeing the messages, when you start seeing that, see where you're at, see what you're focusing on. Some of it you may be hiding. Some of it you may be hiding from yourself, and they're trying to get you. So look it up. Look what you resonate with at that time. Find out. Only you have that power. What something means to you may not mean the same over there. What is next is you're building a different foundation of love. You're building more of your self-worth. That is what is next. You're building a different life for yourself. You are free because you have released. You're moving on into a different world. You're moving on. But you still have the foundation of love. And that's what this twin flame journey is for the divine feminine. She's had to build that foundation into 5D, into where it's going. Now the divine masculine, on the other hand, they're over here in their headspace. They're thinking. They're being the seeker. They're saying this. Oops, I forgot to get some confirmation. Well, it looks like they're seeking Judgment Day, Full Circle, Queen of Flames, and the Earth. So we're going to go ahead and get some confirmation for the divine masculine in his head, heart, and soul. Confirmation for those. Spirit, can we get some divine masculine energy, please? Okay, there we go. And what is next for the divine masculine? What is next for the divine masculine? Okay. Okay. The divine masculine right now is in contemplation as a seeker, which makes sense. He is going within. He's seeing things differently because that's just what he has to do. Okay? I don't know. The divine masculine right now, they're as the divine feminine moves away and she's had enough, she's no longer, she has the mask up. She still loves her divine masculine, but she loves him in a different way, as she sees in a different perspective. She sees him differently because there has to be a new foundation in her because of her self-worth. She knows what she's worth now. So for him, he can contemplate, he can sit in his wire, he can be the seeker of knowledge, he can do all those things, but he's at the beginning of his thoughts. He's at the beginning of a new phase for himself. He is seeing things differently, okay? But that's in his mind. But in his heart space, we're going to go ahead and... he's Judgment Day. Bound. Good Lord. He's got a lot of karmic coming through right now because, like I said at the beginning, right now the karmic, if you're still stuck in the 3D, you're going to be getting karmic lessons continuously till you step in, till you surrender, and you're going through Judgment Day for yourself. The inner Judgment Day, not Judgment Day as like, oh, God has come down to strike you. That is not it. Judgment Day is the dark night of the soul. You're going to be judging your own self. The divine masculines are going to be stepping in and saying, I could have done this. I woulda, coulda, shoulda. Whatever it is he has to deal with, he has to deal with it. He has to make the contemplations. He has to. The divine feminine, she's moved on from that low vibing energy. He is having to accept where he's at. If he does not go to 4D and surrender, then it's going to get worse. He's going to, and he feels that he's bound to his life that he is in now. But the truth is he's not bound. He just has to step. He has to step from 3D to 4D. He has to make that step. He is not bound to where he's at right now. He is not. He is passing judgment. He is beating himself up. And guess what? I hate to tell you this, divine masculines, but you're going to continue to do that till you step in. You've come full circle of what you've already learned. Now you're going to be constantly, it's going to keep coming back until you get off that loop and accept where you're at. You've already come full circle from this so many times that it's just part of who you are in this 3D world. You've gone through the pain. You've gone inside. You feel like that this is it, that you're living hell on earth. You're bound to this situation, whatever it is. You're bound to it for whatever reasons. You're judging yourself. You're contemplating on the things that you're not wanting, and everyone's having to make that step. You're not alone. We're all having to step into the power of love. We're all having to accept where we are. As the divine feminine, she knows she is loved. She knows she's a goddess. She knows her self-worth. You're seeing it because you're seeing her light right here, and you're in the shadows. You're still there, but you don't understand that the power you have to become the king that you are, or the god that you are, is through her. You know what I'm saying? It's through the light. It's through surrendering that you are not in control. And you have to contemplate. You are creating so much drama because of fear. Okay? So, besides all that, divine masculine, Nostra, I don't know what that word means. You're hanging on. Can't pronounce it. I can't. My mind is just drew a blank. But what I'm getting is the root chakra. See how the root is based. The root is based in love. nostalgia. I don't know how to say that word. But it's like, I don't know. We'll just leave it there. But what I'm seeing from this is it's the root chakra of love. Like I said, the divine feminine, she's built her face. She's built her self-worth. She's built her foundation. She's stepping into a new foundation of love. And that's all that she's creating in her universe. It has to be of love. So, she's badass. So the divine masculine's feminine energy, she's badass. And I'm thinking that he's a lot of the divine masculines are stepping into their feminine energy where they're balancing it out now. But I'm thinking they're stepping into that power and they're like, you know, I've had enough of this. You can't talk to me like that, or you can't. I think he's more open in he's more speaking of what his heart is saying. You know, I think he's more loving right now, and I think he's being more uh loving about his little badassness, his feminine. I think I think he's stepping into that power. I think I don't know how to explain it. His divine feminine energy is rising up to where he can have that balance, and I think he's seeing how badass she really is. And I'm thinking that a lot of your divine masculines are saying, damn, look at her, she's fine, she's badass. You know, that could be toward your divine feminine, but I'm thinking it, but I'm not thinking, I'm getting the feeling that he's waking up into his heart space with this. His soul is about love, and he's looking around and he's contemplating. He's come to full circle. He feels that he's bound to a situation that he is, he's judging himself. But he has to understand we do not hold judgment. We don't hold judgment. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You are where you are because you had to go through that journey to understand how to come to love, how to build his own foundation. But what I'm getting is he has a muse. You're his muse to want to do better in life, to want to be better, he's seeing you live your life, and he wants to do that. But he's bound to situation. He's bound to these lessons, and he has a solid offer. But that's what he has to do. He has to release. His foundation, his solid offer. What is next for the divine masculine is he needs to be grounded into his new lessons, and he has a muse. And a muse is something that will help you and guide you, and he's getting these lessons from. He's either going to continue to keep going full circle in this karmic situation where he feels like he's bound and he's stuck. And that's where a lot of divine masculines are at right now. They just are tired. And they feel like they're stuck in a world that they can't get out of. And he has to just step. He has to walk. But if he does not if he doesn't understand his lessons, he cannot move forward. If he doesn't understand the foundation of what he is looking for, and that is love, to receive love, to give love. If he doesn't understand that, he's going to continue to learn his lessons. He's going to continue to feel that karmic situation. And it's not going to change because he feels he's bound. He feels like the divine masculine feels like they're bound, but because their divine feminine has risen, which is going to rise in him as well, because the divine feminine has moved on. She's not brokenhearted no more. She understands her self-worth. She understands that she has to build a better foundation for herself. She understands the overall energy, the spirit energy of what the divine of this twin flame relationship is going to be swift. 8 of flames, 8 of fire. The answer is no. Whatever. So is it going to be swift? No. That's the overall energy. The answer. So the overall energy, is this going to happen fast? Is it going to be a swift thing? No, it's not. When the divine masculine starts accepting that he wants love without restrictions on himself, he's holding himself back. The divine feminine, I mean the divine masculine could have a karmic situation where she has control over him, but he's gone through this over and over. It's the same story with no results. And when you go full circle and you keep doing it and keep doing it and you keep doing it and keep doing it, guess what? You're going to have to step off that loop. You got to do that. You can't live, you can't be bound in your lessons. You've got to be able to move away from that, to see it, to be the seeker and see it in a different perspective, to see what it really is. And I think that's what's going on for the divine masculine, because the underlying thing is to release the protection. I feel like the divine masculine feels like they're being protected, but they need to release that ego. You're not being protective. You're bound. I think a lot of it is the old paradigm, the old masculine energy, and he's still trying to hang on to that, to be that protector, to be that. But he doesn't realize that the divine feminine is his protection. You know, it's he has to. It says King of Earth. He has to. The underall energy is to let go. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Okay, is the overall energy for this is to release and to protect, and I'm thinking that it has to do with, you're going to carry a mask because you carry love in your heart, but you can be loving as always. And I'm thinking the divine masculines, they're going to continue to keep going through the journey until they release. They can sit here and think about it, but they're stuck on a loop. And we've accepted the fact that they're stuck on a loop, and we've seen it in a different perspective, and we just kind of let go. We understand our self-worth. We understand we don't want to be in that circle anymore where he's at. I can't continue to feed you. And I have to go start building my foundation of love for myself and creating my earth. And I think the divine masculine is what's next. He's seeing that you're muse. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe he's getting energy from other people to teach him that you are still on the lesson. Once he accepts that lesson, then he can move from it. But until then, he ain't going nowhere. Okay. Let's see what the love card says. What is going on with love? Soulmate. Seriously? True love. Okay, that's enough of those cards. I just can't do this anymore. It's all about love. Some of you may be coming in and seeing, maybe going for a soulmate, and you know what? That's fine. That is so fun. Whatever you choose, make sure it's of love. Whatever you choose to do, make sure you do it with love. And that's where your foundation is. You know your worth. You know you deserve to be loved. You know you deserve this. You know you're worthy of love. And you know the kind of love. And the twin flame is your truest love. You are finding the deepest love of yourself to where you're able to give that to someone else. Oh my God. Equal. Say it's equal love. 2. Say true love. Hearts. Give and receive. See? Equal exchange. That's the tattoo I got. So that's what we're just going to leave that there, because that's the overall energy of what this is going for. And if you see this, as soon as you move forward, he's going to start feeling it, if he hasn't already. So on that note, I'm going to let you go for the abundance and strength. That's what the energy is calling for. The green man and the angel Machi. So I want to thank you all so much for liking and subscribing. I hope this message resonates with you, and I will get back with you as soon as possible. Namaste, everybody. Sending out so much love to you all in peace. All right? Take care.